Hi y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Lacia75, the Black Unicorn. I'm coming back to you again, and we're going to talk about building drainage. And the reason why we're talking about this today is because, well, I'm at that stage. You know, I already have my land. I've already started the process of the building process. And so that's what we're working on, you know, and the drainage is extremely important. The reason why it's important, it doesn't matter if you're living in a rural area or if you're in one of the towns or cities, or even if you're in the biggest city here, which is Accra, you're going to have drainage. And what I've noticed here is that there is no underground drainage system. So there is no sewage system in which we are used to seeing in the West, where, you know, everything is basically underground. There's manholes and, you know, there's a whole water waste system basically happening down there to take your sewage away, to pump up fresh water to your inside of your house. No, all that is stuff that you have to have done when you're building your home. So basically, in order for people to have their waste, you know, their poo and all that other stuff be taken out of their home, essentially, they build septic tanks. And from those septic tanks, they have to have a way to drain them. So either they are going to have like a biodigester system or some kind of other waste management system in order to have that waste be collected. Hi guys.
Such a send it where they soak away. What is the what is the purpose of it?
Wastewater.
Okay.
Wastewater.
Kind of English. You don't want to speak English. I guess sometimes not everybody is speaking English.
I know.
So the wastewater from the septic tank, you know, will just come here and absorb in the sand so that it doesn't get full as fast. So the feces itself will remain there so that, you know, the water part is going to soak under the ground.
Okay.
And so the stones and everything will just filter, and then it just, you know, goes down. Then it doesn't get full so fast, because I think septic tanks get full like 5-10 years. How often are you ever treat a toilet, you know, to say?
This might be 6 or 7 years.
Before they but septic tanks, you know, keep it from being full so quick. They absorb you as
The old school septic tanks, which still work well to this day, people build large septic tanks inside of the ground on their property, and then when it gets full, which takes typically a couple years depending on how many people are in the home, there's companies here that will come and clean that stuff out for you. It's disgusting. I wish I would have filmed it. I've seen it several times, but I forgot to film it because it always just kind of surprises me. And then not only that, it's disgusting because it just stinks. They're pulling out all the poo, everything. So they have these holes, these big things that they bring to get all that and suck that stuff all out of the septic system. The reason why I say that is this goes to drainage too. I've seen people not do that here. And some people don't have any drainage system. So what they do is that they set up all their pipes and everything so that everything drains out into the street. And I'm not talking about a paved street. I'm talking about to one of like these dirt road streets. And so like all their waste, shower water, toilet water, everything is just draining into the street. It is so gross. But it happens here all the time. You see it. And then what else happens here is because, you know, there are 2 seasons here, hot and hotter, which is Harmattan and rainy season. And rainy season, they get real hardcore rain here, right? So it's like when the rain is coming into your home, depending on where your home is located, the rain has to go somewhere. So either it's going to build up into your property and start flooding, or it's going to drain out. And a lot of times there's no drainage systems in people's homes. And when I say drainage, I'm going to show you a few pictures and a small video here. The drainage is like these tunnels are like ditches. They're like ditches that they build on the side of the houses in the back and in the front. And now if your street doesn't have any drainage system on it, like in front of the house, the water has nowhere to go. It will sit and, you know, just start either flooding or starting to make puddles and become a cesspool for mosquitoes. So when you're building your home, guys, you need to make sure that you're building in drainage inside of your home on top of your home, especially if you have a flat roof, so that that water has somewhere to go and isn't just sitting on your roof or sitting on top and therefore causing water damage, because it's going to come inside sooner or later. It's going to start coming inside. But that's all based on how you build your house, right? So when you're building, don't depend on the government to do things like build streets, build drainage systems outside of your home. They're not building anything inside of your home, inside of your property, but outside of your property on your street. Does it happen? Yeah, during election season, you know, and then some of the MPs keep their promises and keep the building going. Like in this area that I'm in, there's several side streets that are getting drainage put in now, you know, after years and years and years of asking, they're finally getting drainage put in now. So when you are building, I don't know if people are really talking about this, but for those of us coming from the West, this is not something that we think about because we already have underground sewage systems, right? That can be your plumbing in your house, even if you're building a custom home, can be connected to. So unless you're in rural areas in the U.S., then that's a whole different story. But if you're from a rural area, it'll allow you to better understand how things work here, simply because you have to find a way to do the drainage there. You build your own septic tanks out there. A lot of people have wells, stuff like that, because you're not connected to the grid when it comes to your water system. So that's what happens here in Ghana.
And just to show y'all, when they randomly decided they're going to build a gutter, because this had no sewage, this is what happens. So they're building a brand new gutter here so that water can be able to drain. You see the guys there building. They use this when they're framing and casting the concrete that's there. Right here, there's a road here. So they're covering the top part. They're casting it to cover the top part. It still flows underneath. You can see that the drainage is going to be coming through, and they have wood there when they cast the top part of the cement. So the wood is holding it up. There's a slab there so the cement won't go down, but you have a overpass for the cars. And they'll fill this all back in around the sides, but leaving the drain itself open so that this street doesn't flood during when the hard rains come.
Now I know that some of y'all are gonna come at me like, we did not do that in the crowd, that's not what it is, blah blah blah, because somebody always comes to me in my comments. Here's the thing, guys, I live here. Like, I live here all the time. I'm not flying back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I live here. This is my home, right? And I'm building here. So I have taken so much time to learn about these things, not just watching YouTube, but going through the process, right? I just haven't shared it with you all yet. And I don't know if I will, because some people on YouTube are slightly crazy, and I know this. So I hope that this helps you understand the importance of getting drainage. I tried to share some videos, some footage with you guys so that you can see. But if you don't build that drainage, you risk flooding your own home, basically flooding your property and just causing water damage all around. And why do you want to cause water damage to a foundation that took you so much money to create and risk messing up your whole house in itself with unnecessary water damage? So just find ways in order to have proper drainage into your home. There's plenty of companies that do this here in Ghana. Like, they know how to do this. The Ghanaians here, the Ghanaian companies here know how to do this and how to do it well in this tropical environment we live in, so that, you know, you can have that drainage. And your drainage, by the way, doesn't have to be open drainage where you have an open ditch basically in front of your house or on the sides or whatever. And it doesn't have to be large. It could be small, it could be narrow, it could be covered. They can case it. They can case the same cement in a way where they can have a cement like cover over each, like over several sections, and then have like maybe a metal crate, you know, with holes in different parts. You know what I mean? So there's always options there in order for you to have proper drainage that still looks nice, provides what you need to make sure that you are protecting your home, building a solid structure, and allowing for that water to have somewhere to go. Because even though there are months and months of no rain, when the rain comes, it comes torrential. So you just need to keep yourself safe and make sure you create that drainage around your entire property, including in front of your house, and I'm talking about outside of your compound walls. So guys, I hope this helped you. I will do more little tidbits like this as things go along. I may or may not share my own progress. I just don't know. But for now, I'm not. But I did want to talk about the drainage because it's so important, and I feel so many people forget it. And like, even I wasn't really thinking about it until, you know, my partner was like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, I don't know. So, you know, we had this long discussion about drainage and seeing the importance and going through all this stuff over the past year or so. So, as I said, I've learned a lot about this whole drainage thing. Anyway, guys, please follow me on Instagram at Lesia75. Let me know in the comments if you are building in Ghana, and if so, did you build drainage? Are you building drainage, or are you waiting on the government to do it? All right, guys, talk to you soon.